Hey everyone, so we are currently here in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the East Ridge Antique District. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 antique stores here. I'm here super early when they open up here on a Friday. So without further ado, let's get into it. Ooh, it's windy. And also, Twiggy is. All right, part 2 of Tennessee trip. Let's get into it. Hey, how's it going? I'm good. Happy to be in this morning. It's been a while since I've been in. Well, thank you. Are you doing okay this morning? Yeah. Good. Happy to hear it. Well, as we get into it, me being me, with my sweet tooth, I immediately detect or spot the candy. All right, and next off, I do spot these really cute little tray plates hung up on the wall. Really fun, as well as some popcorn bunnies, but I think they were marked at like $45 a piece, which too much for me for retail. But I did spot this awesome new vendor with a ton of trains. So if you're looking for some vintage trains, check it out. This next vendor, I do believe he has a booth in the same place in the last video. Really fun. Again, always has a good array of vintage toys, vintage dolls, Barbies, plush. I found quite a bunch from this vendor in the past. I did spot some very sweet little Lefton Cupies. Some I had actually never seen before. So fun. Next, I spotted my own table's little sibling. I love those Formica tables. Next, we will be going into Crazy Daisy. Again, all in the same little antique district. Really fun. I love being able to walk back and forth between all of these. First spot of the store, I did spot this awesome, I think it's Relpo or Napco, I get the two confused, but I found this awesome planter. Some of these can actually go for a pretty penny at just $15 with a discount. Had to pick him up. Next, I spot that cute little Bambi lamp, absolutely adore. And then next, I actually found Kitten biscuit jar, and yes, I did pick him up. I did want to highlight this vendor. So much fun. This vendor is a fellow doll lover, but they just so happen to make a ton of jewelry, some doll head corks. Super fun. You never know what you're going to find in this wacky booth. I absolutely adore it, and seeing all the creativity is just a lot of fun, I think. And perfect for any creepy cute doll lovers collection, I think. What I do spot is this awesome craft Cupie, quite a large size for $5. I did go ahead and pick him up. I did love this booth. First thing my eye goes to is this hat stand, wig stand. Unfortunately, it was not for sale, which for some reason, whenever I look at them, they aren't. But I did spot little Miss Dainty back there at $95, did decide to leave her behind. I actually have the same one in my own collection. But this store, I think, is personally known best for their array of vintage blow molds. I'm not even giving it proper justice. I mean, there are so many. They do have a mixture of some newer ones, some older. You're bound to find one you like. All right, you guys, so Twiggy and I are now both at the Gateway Antique Mall, which I have always had pretty good luck in. It's quite a rather large one. I think last time I was here, I found some really good Edward Mobley squeaks. So fingers crossed, let's take you along, and yeah. I actually did learn they did a little bit of a rebrand as of last time I was here. First, I thought I would show off this awesome vendor, have a ton of vintage toys, Kitsch. They definitely had a great array of Disney. So if you're up the Disney alley and absolutely love it, I definitely recommend this booth. Absolutely loved those little bunny bobbleheads. Again, a lot of Disney stuff. Of course, I spot the cute little troll hidden back there. Absolutely loved that Lady and the Tramp clock. Unfortunately, it was broken. And look what I found. Full story on him coming next video. So stay tuned for that. He has a cool one. Next one I am at, I believe this is the last one of the day. We are at Ringgold Feed and Seed. Absolutely adore this place. I always have really good luck in here. And it turns out they actually have new owners as of late. So absolutely love what's going on in this place. It's so much fun. I'm a pretty big fan of this one because it really is true vintage and antiques in this one. A lot of them I've noticed have been having more and more like of the farmhouse-esque trickle in, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of the farmhouse style, but to each their own, everyone's different. I just like more of the rustic vintage items personally. And this one is certainly not short of those. I thought this booth was pretty fun on the setup. I did, however, spot this cute little dream pet looking guy. He had a little bit too much wear to pick him up though, so left him behind. But what do I spot is a bunch of vintage clothing, which I absolutely adore. I've been wearing vintage clothing since like 13 or 14. So I did end up picking up a few pieces for my vintage booth in Fayetteville, Georgia. Shout out Diggers Antiques and Uniques. Did absolutely love that floppy 60s dog. He was really fun. And I did spot another little big-eyed Japan doll. Those are pretty common, don't go for too much, but I did love that cute little doctor's kit. And I did end up picking up this little big-eyed doll. Loved the face on her, and also found a very sweet little celluloid doll, or a celluloid faced doll, I should say. So ended up picking her up as well. I always love these old carnival dolls. They're some of my favorites, but absolutely adored that cute little chalkware Cupid. Again, I never see them for prices I can actually pick up for resale. They're pretty much always right on the money. Which is personally okay, because some of the larger chalkware figurines, I don't like shipping. They're really heavy and definitely have had some break. So try to avoid those unless it's something super special. All right, you guys, and I think we are on the last spot of the day. So we are currently in Grumpy's Antiques, really fun. This is, I believe, a 3-story building, so it is packed. As you can see, there are a ton of glass cases and sales going on, a little bit of here and a little bit of there. So right up my alley. So we are currently on the downstairs portion. Little bit of this and little bit of that. Of course, I'm looking for that vintage Kitsch, which I did find in these very sweet ceramic eyelash dogs. Absolutely adore those. And honestly, just adore this little booth as well. They had some really fun little ones. I did spot another cute little ceramic planter, some little shakers, lots of fun. And new since I've been here is this humongous vintage retro toy booth. Mostly, as you can see, filled with action figures, which is a little outside of my wheelhouse, but really fun to look at nonetheless. And what do I see next is all of this vintage Easter goodness. All of it was pretty high up on retail prices, but really fun to see nonetheless. I loved all those vintage candy trinket boxes, so cute. And again, more action figures galore. I mean, there is no shortage of those. I did notice some newer, some older. If you like a good action figure, this place is for you for sure. I did want to, however, show off the very amazing vendor who I think has some of the most Pyrex Fire King dishes I have ever seen. Quite impressive. I mean, stacks upon stacks. The only thing I really didn't see that he had that obviously I'm on the lookout is for the gooseberry. But if you're looking for anything other, you have come into the right place. I mean, it is just like rows and rows of vintage goodness, honestly. So big shout out to my friend Nate over at My Vintage is 1976. I feel like he would like this booth. I liked this little ginger Mickey doll. Too cute. Loved its rosy cheeks. And next I spotted this really cute little coin bank. Haven't actually ever seen him before, still with the original stopper and the foil sticker made in Japan. I did end up picking him up for a future live sale. And this one, oh my gosh, this vendor has some amazing planters, ceramics, a little bit of this and that. Again, marked mostly at collector price, which I'm not mad at. She had some really fun pieces. So tell me, are there any vintage wall pocket fans in the chat below? I absolutely adore them. There were a few in this booth that kind of tempted me, as well as that cute little deer cup. I loved him. Santa troll alert. This place, again, has a great array of vintage Christmas. So another place to hit up all year round. It stays up. I love. But lots of little fun Christmas trinkets. Loved that little Lufton napkin holder. I did spot these awesome foursome little big-eyed dolls from Japan. Ended up picking those up, and they're hanging out with little Twiggy, as you can see. I can't believe how old he already is. They grow up so fast. And again, since I've been in here, all of these glass cases up here are new additions, and there are rows upon rows. Check out that cute little kitschy ceramic set. And you guys, I think that's been everything for the video. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next one.